Yeah, it's a moth. I acquire first name. We're gonna get into this covenant, man, a blood covenant, contractual agreement the Israelites made with the Most High. Exodus 24, 3 through 8. Check it out yourself. See your end of the bargain with the Most High. Yo. The Most High showed us love, we showed it back in blood. He set us above all nations. Without hesitation, we took the occupation, not knowing what we were facing, a life and death situation. Feel the joy and elation, through faith and patience. Wield my shield against Satan, embrace the real bro. I get a taste of the steel toe, nighty night on the pillow. Amalekites are as fake as dildos, and honey's checking out my billfold. But I'm broken, busted, especially when I start to discuss it. The way my people trusting in oppression is straight disgusting. Plant seeds and watch them take root. Get these shoulders popping in the city like it's Beirut. Now get down and grab a share plow, get to working. Government's telling lies and straight jerking. Shirts ain't working, money's hurting, and Satan's lurking. And what's the answer? These niggas acting like babies, need to change their pampers. Stop the dirty laundry, close the hamper. Open the word and get fed. I'm dead to the world, bring the truth to light. Let's get these sheep and herds. Let's get these sheep, y'all. Come on. We live in a world of lies, corrupt cops and government. Only problem is you loving it. Into the zone where the loss is prevalent. And don't be hesitant. Recognize the contract, the blood covenant. We live in a world of lies, corrupt cops and government. Only problem is you loving it. Into the zone where the loss is prevalent. And don't be hesitant. Recognize the contract, the blood covenant. I'm back with a vengeance. Take your spleen and appendix and leave the rest for forensics. The work is splendid. My double-edged blade is my apprentice that don't get split. Keep it holy with the military etiquette. In a land of confusion, we go through persecution, looking for restitution, popping shots at each other and needle shooting. And we think the solution is looting. Religion equals mind pollution. Rolling us off, flossing and cruising on the Sabbath to get you a bruising. And don't get hurt. Stop below, out the curb at Lamert and listen to us. The covenant, 24th chapter Exodus. Ash the ashes and dust the dust. In the realm where the heathen get crushed. From the new to the old veterans. And who you claim that you better than? There's no touching the kid. Let's scrap the Teflon lettering. It's a covenant. Let's go. We live in a world of lies, corrupt cops and government. Only problem is you loving it. Into the zone where the loss is prevalent. And don't be hesitant. Recognize the contract, the blood covenant. We live in a world of lies, corrupt cops and government. Only problem is you loving it. Into the zone where the loss is prevalent. And don't be hesitant. Recognize the contract, the blood covenant.
No games being played. All praises, honor, and glory to the Most High Yahweh, by Hashem Mashiach Yahushai, in the name of the anointed Savior Yahushai. I want to give and salute the saints that's in the house. Shabbat Shalom to everybody that's tuning in live, that's going to be tuning in later, that's going to be replaying this, doing what you need to do to get your mind right, your spirit right, staying in the spirit of truth. This your brother IQAhmath. I acquire first name. IQ is all the same. and that's not some catchphrase. You know, a lot of times when people be doing the intros, I'm guilty of it as well. But if you heard that song, when I said it's IQAhmath, I acquire first name, I've been saying that for like 15 years before YouTube and all of that. So salute to the families in the house, man. Look, 72 hours before this quote unquote election goes down, a lot of things going to change. My prediction is there's not going to be a decision made on Tuesday. There's going to be some delay. Oh, we're still counting the votes. Oh, there was an issue with Michigan. There's an issue with Idaho. We're trying to figure hand ballots got to be counted off. It's going to take a little while. So we see a lot of anticipation. They're laying the groundwork for some foolishness to jump off sometime within the next week or so. Who knows? Prayerfully, everybody's well on the Shabbat, man. Salute to the families in the house, man. Malachi, Uziel, y'all brothers up there in the Northwest, man. Hold your heads, man. Prayerfully, y'all are well, man. The house of Byron, shalom to y'all. Bayan, shalom to you and your household, man. Raniyah, Hashemai, Kohath, Rosemary, brother Carlos, Shemai Faith, Ashar, my brother Hoshaya, man. Shalom to all of y'all, man. And those that's lurking in the background that haven't came in to salute the saints, shalom to y'all too. It's all good. It's all good. Look, no game's gonna be played, man. We're getting right into it today, man. If you have not already, you know the rules, man. Wipe your feet. If you came up in here, man, and you've neglected to show some honor and respect to the house, man, over here at MOTC, man, get out. Do an about face. Move back. You ain't got to knock on the door. Just wipe your feet. You dig what I'm saying? By hitting that like button. Let's get the algorithms rolling, man. Look, the White House is running emergency drills, 12 helicopters landing on the state capitol, preparing for evacuations. What's that about? You got Bill Gates running around talking about there needs to be insinuating a one-world religion, surrounded around AI. How's that going to play regarding the system of the beast and the mark and so forth and so on, right? That's in the news and that's being discussed. You've got the Department of Energy, governmental agency, now proposing tracking faith-based data for employees and those that's desiring to be employees. So the government is now instituting and introducing the fact that they want to be able to track all quote unquote religious zealots before you apply or while you're being a government employee. They want to find out who's doing what and why do you want religious exemptions for this, that, and the third. We're going to discuss that. For all you ladies out there, man, you sisters out there, you strong black women. Oh yeah, Kamala said 18 to 24, you're stupid. And she's trying to draft you for the upcoming World War III. You want that? You sure? Huh? You sure you still want to do race-based politics? Don't worry. Agent Orange, he can barely grab a door handle on a trash truck. He had a slow Biden moment as well. I'm gonna show y'all that. That and so much more, man. I mean, the UK's economy is almost getting ready to go hell in the handbasket. Jobs report for America just came out looking bad, really bad. So anybody and all these candidates jumping up and down talking about how they're going to, got these economic plans and how they're going to get Babylon back on track. Not going down. All right. A lot to discuss, a lot to get into, man. Let's get right to it. All right. That and much more. Like if that didn't tickle your fancy, I don't know what will. All right. So let's rock it out, man. Let's start off with the scripture. Let's go to Sirach 5. Because now's the time. Sirach 5:15, right? Be not ignorant of anything in a great matter or a small. Now is not the time to plead ignorant. Now is not the time to say, I did not know. I don't understand. You understand what I'm saying? Daniel 12 says that in the last days, knowledge is going to run to and fro and increase. This is why the topic of the so-called black Hebrew Israelites or the Israelites in general is such a hot topic when you look up things on YouTube. I know there was a video that some Edomite, I don't even know, I'm not familiar with his channel, but he did an interview with the brothers over at ISUPK. I mean, that thing damn they got, when I've seen it, it was 800,000+ views. Some of y'all seen it. I think there's been a few Israelites doing some reactions to it. 800,000+ views to see what ISUPK is up to. Why are we talking about almost 1 million people intrigued about the quote unquote hate group, which is so cold because I looked at the thumbnail, and if I'm not mistaken, the brothers was wearing all black marching. The Edomite put on the t-shirts. I hate you or some foolishness, man, on the thumbnail. Look, back when we was at True Nation and back in the day at our old congregation, we stopped doing interviews publicly because it was always a shame that they was always trying to spin the narratives and changing up stuff. And, you can't trust these damn public, man. Some agree it's all publicity is good publicity. I beg to differ sometimes, because they're always looking for a reason to slander. As much as you can tell them in the interview, we're not black. The title of the video, Black Hebrew, they constantly going against us and slandering. So, it wasn't worth it, man. After the Kendrick Lamar thing, man, I think that was the last interviews we start doing. But anyway, now is not the time to be ignorant of any matter, man. When knowledge is increasing, there's a reason why uh, the Hebrew Israelites are such a hot topic because now you can't just get away with it. 10, 15 years ago, 20 years ago, the churches could easily just say, oh, that's a cult. Stay away from that. And the people would just listen. Your family could shame you and say, you're in a cult. That ain't right. Hey, you guys are hating. And for those who weren't strong in the faith, you might find yourself conflicted and leaving up. Now, no, knowledge is increased now. Now you've got information highways and access to the knowledge and information in your pocket, on a laptop, on a tablet, at a touch of a button, swipe of a screen. You can research and find out if brothers is solid or not. One thing's for sure, two things for certain. You're going to walk away and say, you know what? I may not agree, but them brothers know that Bible. Brothers always bringing out scriptures that the pastor's not bringing out. That's why they're leaving the churches in droves, because knowledge is increasing. That becomes a threat to the establishment of wickedness here in Babylon, right? So they can't get away with the old stuff no more. Knowledge is increasing. Everybody's getting it. So now there's not a time where you should be sitting back saying, I don't know. I didn't hear about that. I don't really care about. I know ignorance is bliss. Our people love not to know. I know Chris Rock did a little joke about that, man. Black folks' favorite answer is I don't know. That's a defense mechanism. Leave me alone, nigga. I don't know. And that's easy. Just okay, leave me alone. You don't know. What time is it? Why are you asking me? I ain't got no watch. I don't know. And what's your nationality? A black Hispanic? I don't know. I don't care. I'm American. That type of ignorance is out of the door now. There's no excuses no more, right? So-called white man is constantly telling on himself with these politics that they're doing, the mudslinging, the deceptions. The information is there now, so we can research, we can find out, you can backtrack, you can fact check, you can, verify what's really going on. So the scriptures tell us, man, there's no excuse for ignorance. We can't use that as an excuse anymore. No more. Be not ignorant of anything in a great matter or small. So 72 hours from now, there's going to be a new direction. We'll see. Like I said, I don't think they're going to come with a conclusive winner come Tuesday. There's all you just seen, what was it? A couple weeks ago, they found 2,500 ballots, fake or falsified ballots or something like that in Pennsylvania. They're burning ballot boxes in Oregon. Supposedly, Russia's out here setting up fake Haitian voters. I mean, it's all kind of folly going on right now. Both sides of the fence are out here scrambling with elements of deception, trying to sway people one way or the other. I mean, you got Beyonce over here standing up for Kamala. LeBron James finally pops out, his shell and saying he's endorsing Kamala. I mean, always Hollywood entertainers, athletes, they're going to back the Democrats. They're getting paid. I mean, Cardi B, she's fresh off of her, divorce talk and her thought behavior and her WAP, wanting to endorse Kamala. Like who gives a damn what she thinks and who she's voting for, or LeBron, or any of the rest of them? Our people should be tired of running like hamsters in a wheel, thinking that there's a little prize or a little bit of food in the end once you finally get to running through that treadmill like a hamster when you ain't going nowhere. You should be tired, man. Get the hell up off of it. Sit back and understand what true righteousness is, which is the keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, repenting, looking to be sealed as the elect, so that we can get the hell up out of here. And we ain't got to play these games no more. But no, our people choose ignorance. We love not to know, man, especially in the school systems, man. You're being shamed if you desire knowledge. This nigga, he's smart. Damn, you smart. Like, those are reactions that you hear from brothers and sisters in the school system. Your kids might be hearing it. You might have heard it when you coming up. But you try to be all smart and like that now has become the shame. So we can't be ignorant anymore, man. Now is not the time at all. Salvation is on the line, man. One of my favorite scriptures, Proverbs 21:12 again. The righteous man wisely considereth the house of the wicked. Here they are battling for the quote unquote White House. Negroes back in 2008 to 2016 could have swore Obama was going to paint the White House black. Niggas was all going to have money, riding Bentleys, having businesses and the whole nine. And what ended up happening? Housing market got crashed. Negroes is out on the streets, roommating and moving back in with moms. You had foreclosures on your bank records. Meanwhile, he was signing up banks to too big to fail, printing money loans and giving bonuses to the CEOs of the banks who set up the whole scam. Meanwhile, you was homeless. Economy was down. He's signing over, sodomite rights for them to get married. Gas prices was up the whole nine. And then the Negro still want to sit around and let him lecture you about who you're supposed to be voting for again this time. I mean, this is unreal. Why? Because our people aren't righteous and they're not wisely considering the house of the wicked. Not wisely considering what are they up to. You got Donald Trump over here. I already said he's doing WWE stuff, saying outrageous stuff, and of course the other side they running right with it, saying, "Look what he said. He wants to kill Liz Cheney. Look what he said. He had a comedian said Puerto Rico is full of trash." I mean, they're looking for any and everything. He's looking for sound bites. He's looking for anything again. He's getting cocky in his polling numbers and everything else. And meanwhile, he ain't gonna do nothing. He could talk about the migrants and all that, but he got busted using migrants to building on his Trump Towers and the rest of his real estate developments years ago. I mean, what are we talking about? And he came out. We just talked about it in the New Moon. He said on Joe Rogan, when he had an interview with Joe Rogan about a week and a half ago, and he said there's prophets out there who are saying World War III is going to start in the Middle East. And many people believe it. Yeah, he knows. Who's he listening to? Who are the ones that's declaring and saying, hey, World War III is on, we're on the brink of World War III is going to start in the Middle East. Revelation 16, the kings of the East are going to be marching forward. Ezekiel 38 about Russia, arming up and getting prepared and their alliances. I mean, who's putting all these pieces of the puzzle together? And for him to sit back and say, hey, there's prophets out there. And the scriptures tell you, man, the prophets only coming through the line of Israel. Prophets out there saying World War III. He thinks he's the chosen one who can stop it. The vanity of the so-called white man to believing he can stop the will of the Lord, man. He's completely out of pocket. But we got to wisely consider the house of the wicked. So when we're looking at this whole perspective of the political system, what's going on, the scripture say, man, use wisdom. Wisely consider what are they up to. You can see all of the cloak and dagger stuff they're doing right now, man. All the propaganda is on full flare. The podcasts, the paid off podcasts are trying to sway people's minds. False promises is being put out there. Broken covenants are being exposed. You understand what I'm saying? This is all going down in the house of the wicked. The house of the wicked is over here preparing for an emergency evacuation. And they can say, oh, we've been doing that since 9/11 or right before an election, right before and after there was a quote unquote insurrection on January 6th, right as you're, talking about how Agent Orange and the Republicans are not going to accept the election votes. And right as the Democrats are saying that they're not going to, they're saying they're not going to concede or they're not going to transfer power to them as they're, winding up the militias, just like we seen last week. The militias out here declaring war against FEMA. They got the propaganda movies with Civil War being put out there. World War III jumping off. North Korea talking about bombing America. Russia's talking about it. And meanwhile, our enemies are sitting back saying, how can we get up out of here? We're going to see that in a minute. But we got to wisely consider the house of the wicked. But the Most High overthrow the wicked for their wickedness. So the end all be all is the Most High is going to overthrow everything that the wicked has planned. So, when we say our vote doesn't matter, yeah, it doesn't. It really doesn't. How can you say that? You can't win if you don't vote. Well, first of all, go look at the Electoral College. It's 270 votes, man. They're going to decide the final. You can talk about the popular vote, whoever the people want, but it don't matter what you want. It's what the 1%, the controllers, the elites, who and what do they want? Who's going to be the best puppet? And that's the rate that it rolls. Everybody knows that. But the illusion of you got a choice. The illusion of the power's in your hand. The illusion of wherever you vote, they're going to do whatever you need and what they want. It's just so enticing that our people still run and say, we got to do it. See, Job 8:20, behold, the Most High will not cast away a perfect man, neither will he help the evildoers. You can't be perfect. But the scriptures say, strive for perfection. Yahweh said, be ye perfect as I am perfect. Why would he put out an impossible goal? Whether or not we achieve it or not, if your mind frame is set towards, I want to be more perfect in my ways. Remember, the Most High weighs the intents of the heart. Think about that. He ain't going to cast you away. That's why there's going to be a sealed elect. That's why there is a remnant that will return. That's already been established. Most High say you're not going to cast those away. Let me read that in Isaiah 10. That's why we have a chance, y'all. And we can't throw it away. Worrying about baby oil and worrying about Young Thug being released from jail. Like, who gives a damn? Worrying about wicked Negroes, man, and what are they up to? Isaiah 10:22, for though thy people Israel be as the sand of the sea, yet a remnant of them shall return. The consumption decree shall overflow with righteousness. So the consumption is going to overflow with righteousness. We're going to return back to the laws and the commandments, and the remnant is going to return. Not everybody. He ain't looking for everybody. Qualifications have been made of not being cast away. Evildoers, there's no help coming. You can run and vote and think that's going to change something. It ain't going to change a damn thing. You see it. We know it. But again, the illusion that it can is what our people are investing in. The hope that maybe this one going to do it. You know that I think it's every 25 years. The said president at the time has to sign the ability for blacks to vote. It's not permanent. Let me see if I can find that in a second. But look at this. Till he fill thy mouth with laughing and thy lips with rejoicing. They that hate thee shall be clothed with shame. Yeah, because this is why we're seeing this nation hates us. So-called blacks, Native Americans, and Hispanics, man, this place does not love you. Most of us in this on this live, y'all know that. You felt it. This is why you've made changes. This is why you embraced who you are. This is why you identify with the Deuteronomy 28 curses and everything else and the persecutions that come along with being a faithful believer in Yahweh Shai. They that hate thee, they're gonna be clothed with shame. This is why we're seeing all the lies being exposed, Kamala being tossed around with her word salads. This is why we're seeing Agent Orange being exposed with his hatred for our people and all of that. See, they that hate thee, they're going to be clothed with shame. They're going to be exposed. They're telling on themselves, according to Matthew. I mean, it's like Psalm 64:8. It says, and the dwelling place of the wicked shall come to naught. So where's the dwelling place of the wicked? The White House, Capitol Hill, Pentagon. Everything that our people are thinking is going to make a change in the investments that they're doing in this wicked country is going to help them. The Lord said it's going to come to naught. There's no economic plan that's going to get America out of $37 trillion in debt. There's nothing that's going to turn around this economy and all of a sudden jobs is booming. Happy days are here again. No, the Roaring Twenties that started off early. It's over with now. The chump says, "Oh, she'll not get out end of war very quickly, very quickly." You can't. The Lord already pulled back the bow, man. This thing is over with. This is why he's running around talking about, anybody that threatened the president of the United States, Iran, and plotted against me needs to be obliterated. So he already made notion that he would be willing to go to war with Iran, who's already in the midst of war with an ally of America. So he's speaking double tongue too, but that's the nature of the snake. Forked tongue. Kamala, like I said, man, she can't stop laughing. How's she gonna stop anything? They're gonna be close with same, and the dwelling place of the wicked is going to come to naught. So there you have it. Let me find that article real quick. See this? Voting Rights Act. And for time's sake, y'all can look this up and go check it out. The Voting Rights Act of 1965, what expires and what does not. What expires? Let me see if I can just control. This is under what can expire. Section 5, pre-clearance. The jurisdiction has the burden of proving that a proposed change does not have the purpose and would not have the effect of denying or abridging the right to vote on account of race or color or membership in a language minority. Hello? Jurisdictions covered by Section 5, Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, California, Florida. They list all of the names. So what are they saying? The jurisdiction based upon race or color or membership of language minority is what can expire. And what is that? Your voting rights every 25 years. That's why it's interesting, because the Negro be running around thinking we can finally run our right to voting thanks to Dr. King. And the white man can restrict that at any particular point in time. If he wants to pull some executive order saying I'm not re-signing it, right now they're mandated to constantly re-sign it. So look here, July 2006, renewed for 25 years by the president. That was in 2006. So President Bush signed the last one. So if we do the math, what's that? By 2030, it should be over with, which is a big year because they're doing Agenda 2030. They're, looking at suspending or reducing Social Security, 401k. They're trying to snatch up. They want AI leading the pack. Transhumanism. 2030 is a really big year. Let alone we're already be in the midst of warfare. So let's not get it twisted. Thinking like, oh yeah, we got it. No, you don't. White man can pull the okie doke so fast, man, it would be up out of here. Jake would be up out of here thinking that the system is for you. All right, let me back up out of here. Yeah, Justin King, I mean, and that might be right. Orange man bad. Orange man evil. He might be the one. Look, brother said, I think the orange man will lose the election, and that will rouse up the true nature of these Edomites. Lord willing, because that's only going to expedite, the prophecies. So we shall see. We shall see. Either way, I think it's problems. Let's get right to it. All right. Not so elite. Ukraine has already wiped out 40, quote, elite North Korean soldiers invaded in Kursk days after they joined Putin's forces. So North Korea now is quickly seeing the folly of the media and how they control things. You remember when the war first started off, and for the first year or so, oh, Ukraine was wiping out everything and anything, with Russian flags on it and the whole nine, right? Soon as North Korea jumps in the fray, 40 of their elite gets put to death. How do they know they're elite? What did they have? Did they have some patches on it that says we're the elite in Korean or something? How do you know? What made them elite? They, by the U.S. estimation, said there's 10,000 North Korean soldiers over there. Somehow they weeded out, and within the 10,000, we got 40 of their best. How the hell do you know that? This is the foolishness that they throw up there. Can't nobody stop Ukraine, man, and the NATO machine behind them. So North Korea is finding out fast that you done jumped into a propaganda war, man, that you got no chance with. So Moab is over there. They getting knocked upside the head. Leave it to the press, right? But look at this. North Korea vows to stand by Russia until victory day is achieved in Ukraine. They ain't going nowhere. So the elements of World War III has already began. We've got two nations fighting against so-called Ukraine, who is backed by NATO and America, the EU and the 10 horns of the beast. I mean, there you have it. We're already on the precipice of World War III, man. The proxy wars is in full flare. Now we're seeing a new nation joining in, and they say they ain't going nowhere until victory is achieved in Ukraine. North Korea will stand by Russia until there's victory in Ukraine, Pyongyang's foreign minister said in Moscow Friday, as the U.S. has warned thousands of North Korean troops could be sent to combat in the Ukraine conflict in the coming days. North Korea's Chu Sun-hui was in Moscow as the West believes up to 10,000 North Korean troops are training in Russia and on the brink of entering the more than 2-year conflict on Russia's side. So it's confirmed, yes, North Korea is over there. They're getting busy, and they ain't going nowhere. So we're inching a little bit more closer, right? Now, if Ukraine is doing so well, man, and things is cracking, right? Look at it. Ukraine resorts to shaking down nightlife spots for recruits as troops numbers fall. Oh, no, but they're knocking out the elite of the North Koreans. They got Putin on the run. They doing it. Why the hell are you in here raiding nightclubs? You seen the articles damn near a year ago where they were busting into barbershops, taking their young men off the streets, saying, we need you. Comrade, I don't know how to fight. We don't give a damn. We're going to arm you up and you getting out there and you're going to fight and you're going to die in the front line. How about that? That's how they playing. But we see here, Ukraine is resorting. They hitting the nightclubs. That's how conscription works. That's how drafts work. You know, if you escape, you ain't signed up, they trying to track you down one way or the other. Can you imagine Negroes and Hispanics, man, partying in the nightclubs in Miami and LA and the little juke joint spots and the underground spots in Memphis and Atlanta, and U.S. military come in, bust down the doors, and grab every man and says, "You, Uncle Sam wants you." We're in the midst of World War III, man. You over here partying it up. How old are you? Yeah, you getting recruited. You're out of here. Remember, they already was floating the idea of instituting the draft. That was earlier this year. I reported on that. They're already making 18 and over register right now. You're applying for driver's license in certain states. They're automatically enlisting you. They're sending out the mail for the states that don't automatically enlist you when you get a driver's license. They're sending out the mailer. They're sending it through the mail. One of your sons, my sons. You got a job, your social security number, you're in the beast system, man. They tracking you down. And they saying, well, how come we haven't heard from you? How come we haven't gotten your paperwork back, letting you know that you're ready to pledge to the beast and give your life for this foolishness that they got going on? Ukraine is hitting the clubs. Ukraine is widening its dragnet in the search for troops to shore up its creaking front lines, conducting spot checks of men at upscale venues, including a concert and a wine store in Kiev and a street of hip eateries in Odessa. Can you imagine? You just out eating. Upscale venues, they partying and they like, man, we out here dying on the front lines, man. You over here sipping lattes and drinking Moscato. Hell no. Dragging these cats up out of here, man, to get in this war. The stepped-up efforts show the difficulties Ukraine faces in raising new soldiers to backfill frontline losses of the war. As the war approaches the 3-year mark, tensions are rising in society over how prominent figures, including state prosecutors, evade the draft through medical exemptions, leading President Volodymyr Zelensky's attorney general to resign last week. Yeah, see, the elite, see, oh, you're not getting drafted. That kid's not getting drafted. But that's how this thing works. Let's move on. You can't see what the video is about. It says 11 are injured in a pre-dawn attack on central Israeli town of Tira. Iran ain't letting up. Hezbollah ain't letting up. You know, I didn't get the article, man, but Israel tried to, the Israelis, I should say, don't want to say Israel because that's not them. The Israelis, the IDF, they tried to hit back at Iran, and Iran shot down all of their missiles. It's not looking good right now for the small hat GMO community right now, man. Now we see Iran is bombing communities, just like the small hat non-organic GMO people are doing to them. So it's escalating. Remember last week I showed the video of the cats were just hanging outside. Missile came down, bombed that apartment. Oh, payback is a mother. Based upon the damage, it looked like they barely, they probably hit him with some little lightweight thing, or could have been the offshoot or something else that could have got hit. Iran, you got to do better. All right, you got to do better. Little small house scavengers, man, running around after they got hit. Let's move on. The BAE systems for you Negroes, that's not Bay. That's the slang for your significant other. Bay. This is not the Bay we talking about, Negroes and Hispanics. This is a nuclear submarine shipyard that caught fire in the UK. Was it arson? Was it technical issues? Something hit the infrastructure of the UK's nuclear where the subs get made with fire. BAE Systems fire barrel in a furnace. Huge blades breaks out at a nuclear submarine shipyard. Flames and smoke have been seen filling the night sky at the headquarters of the BAE Systems submarines. 2 people were taken to the hospital as a massive blaze engulfed BAE Systems, where Britain's nuclear submarines are built, with the blaze described as significant by police. Because as the UK, they was talking big stuff about how they want to, get the war cracking. They was in alignment with France, trying to persuade NATO to get busy, because they were one of the first targets that Russia said, man, we can wipe you out real quick. Now they get their infrastructures hit up, their nuclear submarines where they're getting built, catching blaze, and now they're crippled. Images and video show a dramatic inferno against the night sky at BAE Systems Submarines HQ in Barrow in Furness, Cumbria. The British defense giant, known for designing, developing, and producing weapons, builds, and assemblies the nation's nuclear submarines on site. Cumbria Fire and Rescue Service said in a statement released on Twitter, fire crews are currently dealing with the fire in the vicinity of the BAE Systems and Barrow. Residents in the area are advised to keep windows and doors closed to avoid the area. We appreciate your cooperation. Imagine that. So they're having problems now. The infrastructure to them being able to produce weapons and get their nuclear subs continually get built for the upcoming war. Oh, hit a little significant gap, a significant faltering via fire, right? It's all praises. Iran executes a California man, Jamshid Sharmahad, after abducting him during an international flight layover, convicting him of terror charges. Now, this is interesting because, you know, anytime there's a quote unquote American, as they usually say, regardless of nationality or ethnicity, you would assume that America would come to the aid of a quote unquote American that gets executed. Why didn't they come to the aid of this guy? They said he was abducted and convicted of terror charges. So they were trying to say he was involved or had something to do with or had some connections with a quote unquote terror group that was plotting an attack on Iran in 2008. Look at this. Iran has executed a California resident after Iranian agents abducted him during a flight layover in Dubai 4 years ago. So we didn't see America come to their aid, looking for diplomatic immunity, trying to figure out and negotiate his release. Why? Because he was a little sneaking little Iranian. Yeah, we if it was a white man, yeah, we probably would have came to his aid, man. We would have let the press hounds out. Everybody named Mama would have been knowing about him. Oh, there'd have been free Jamshid. You know, you see how they running around here now talking about free Palestine. They would have been on it. But no. Look at this guy. Jamshid Sharmahad, 69, a German Iranian. Can you imagine? German Iranian dissident who lived in Glendora with his family was accused by the Islamic Republic of planning a 2008 attack on a mosque that killed 14 people and wounded over 200 others. His family disputes the terror charges, claiming Sharmahad is among the many Iranian dissidents who have been kidnapped or tricked into returning to Iran in recent years. So, you know, it sounds like Iran or Iran is looking for the Uncle Toms who fled up out of there and have taken a anti-Iran stance. He got duped trying to go back. Wasn't in Iran, in Dubai. They snatched him up and then put him to death within 4 years. But you didn't hear no protests. America ain't trying to defend one of their own. The Iranian American community should be in an uproar. Why didn't America come today? Look, the German government and the U.S. State Department did not immediately provide a statement on the execution. Since when did they? Anytime there's an execution that goes on in the Middle East of a so-called American man, it's an uproar, it's all kind of hell breaking loose. Look what hell, they had the damn WNBA sodomite woman got caught with a little weed or resin or whatever she had on her, got locked up in Russia. They was pleading and protesting, and WNBA standing hand in hand and pleading to slow Biden to get her released, and they got her up out of there. Oh, but no, this guy poses a threat. He's Iranian. He's a dissident. He's, from a non-friendly country of America. Let him rot. Let him get put to death. Oh, well. What happened? What happened to America, the free land of the free, home of the brave? Huh? What? He wasn't a... You see the hypocrisy that America plays, man? There you go. This would have set off war if it was a damn white. If his name was John Henry, a 69-year-old German American who got abducted in Iran and then got put to death, all hell would have broke loose. But not the case. Let's move on. North Korea, their ICBM test went well. Test records of the longest flight ever flight time. I believe based on the flight time, I forgot how long it was, but it's long enough for them to hit America. So they're not only activated in Russia with this war, they're still practicing the ICBMs, ready to make good on their threats to America. Remember, Kim Jong-un been talking about he wants to nuke America for the longest. And like I said, I stand for truth. The one cat that man shut him up was Agent Orange. Agent Orange went over there, man, shook his hand and said, "Slow down, little bomb man." Yeah, that was his nickname, little bomb man. They were sending damn Dennis Rodman over there to entertain him. You know, the chump said, "Man, go." He's your favorite basketball player, man. Hey, Rodman, I'm gonna slide you some bread, man. Go over there and keep this dude distracted, man. Take him out, teach him how to shoot, hang out, drink wine with him, man. Calm him down. And it sure worked. Y'all remember that? Little Rocket Man. That's right. What I call him, Little Bomb Man, Little Rocket Man. And the chump got Dennis Rodman to go over there and babysit him for a while. Y'all remember that? And that sure worked. You see, that show you the power of Israel, man. When you can take Dennis Rodman, one of the most, deplorable jakes around, and he can be utilized for diplomatic peace. I mean, Dennis Rodman, effeminate, accused sodomite, womanizer, fornicator, tattoos all over the place, man, wilding out, coon galore, and he's utilized to go over there and calm him down. That's right. Agent Orange did tell him my button is bigger. See, that's what I'm saying. He makes, these little outrageous comments, man, looking for sound bites. And people think that's bravado. Oh, man, Trump talking, he out there. Come on. That's all it takes to intrigue a Negro and Hispanic, man. You can talk some shit. She like it. You can talk some stuff, Like, I know there's kids watching, y'all. Let me keep it PG-13. You know how it go. So that's how they put him under wraps, man. And Trump think he gonna do it again, but we'll see. Moving on to the headline of the show. Heads up exercise on the grounds of the Capitol tonight, including low-flying helicopters. Exercise on Monday, October 28th at approximately 7 p.m. We will be working with our federal partners on a routine training exercise on the grounds of the U.S. Capitol. Please do not be alarmed if you see emergency vehicles and low-flying helicopters. So on October 29th at 7 p.m., they ran an emergency drill, and they said, hey, don't worry about it. Nothing to see here. You don't worry about the black helicopters flying around. Don't worry about emergency vehicles rushing to the Capitol. Don't worry about the evacuation drills popping off. Hey, it's just a routine. This is just practice. Practice for what? Those of us who have sports backgrounds, you only practice to play. You only practice for the game. If there's no game, what are we practicing for? Like Iverson, we're talking about practice. Practice, to quote AI. AI was like, I ain't got to practice. When I pop up at the game, I'm going to give you 30. Leave me alone. But here we go. See, and this is the so-called white man thinking, oh, he knows what's finna go down. But he wants the blacks and Hispanics to be worried about Young Thug getting free. Oh, he wants about what's the Chicago Lil Durk. Oh, he got locked up. Oh, did he getting new accusers every other minute? I mean, this is what we're supposed to be focusing in on. Oh, we're supposed to be worried about Meg the Stallion and every. As long as we can focus in on that, yeah, give them a minute. Say, hey, the Dodgers just won the World Series. Hey, come on, let's riot and loot. Let's set fire to buses. Enjoy yourself. There's nothing going on here. That's the game. Let me look at Proverbs. Proverbs 19:5 say, a false witness shall not be unpunished, and he that speaketh lies shall not escape. We know that America is rooted in lies. The White House is rooted in lies. I mean, there was a dude, man, I forgot his name, but he was running as a politician, and he dropped out. He said, man, I can't do it. And he said that in order to be a politician, you have to lie. You have to lie. Back in 2000, what year was the Trump? 2016, between 2016 and 2020, when he was the president. Agent Orange said, I tell the truth when I can. I forgot what the interview was. He said, I try to tell the truth when I can. See, now it's making me. Here we go. Good thing they got a little article. 2018. Trump says he always tries to tell the truth when he can. Who's restricting him from telling the truth? Why does he have to try to tell the truth? You understand? This is how you know they liars. This is the fork-tongued, devilish nature of the so-called white man. He can't help but lie. You understand? Psalm 58 and 3. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. They come out lying. It's embedded in them. Yeah, they can't help it. That's why he said, I try to tell the truth when I can, but something in me just tells me I can't tell the truth. I gotta lie. As soon as they come out, man, they spank that little red baby in the doctor. Oh, beautiful white baby. White. You see the baby red as hell. Beautiful white baby boy. What? I can't tell. You just lied. As soon as they be born, speaking lies. And here we say, Agent Orange the chump. Trump says he always tries to tell the truth when he can. Keyword, tries and when he can. You know, they say, man, Trump's an independent, man. He don't take no stuff. He don't listen. He's a rebel. What? Who is restricting him from telling the truth? Who and what controllers is he answering to that says, hey, when he can, he'll tell the truth. But if I can't, hey, I gotta lie to you. Sorry. That's the games being played, y'all. Okay. So, getting back, the Lord said that the wicked's not going to escape. They're plotting. They want the bunkers. They trying to get everything lined up so they can get the hell up out of here. You know, Elon Musk is trying to get SpaceX operational so, you know, they can run out and try to inhabit Mars after they try to destroy the Earth. That's why Yahweh said the time got to be cut short for the elect's sake, lest no flesh should be saved. The white man is going to try to push the panic button, man, and destroy everything and everyone. He does not care about collateral damage. It's par for the course in warfare. People's going to die. So what? If it's for the greater good, it is what it is. I forgot the Edomite's name, man, back during the, I think it was Desert Storm. Damn, what was that woman's name? They had asked her about the killing the babies and kids and all of that, and they asked her if that was good. She said, yeah, it's good because it was for the greater good. If anybody knows who I'm talking about, was it Margaret Thatcher? Not Thatcher. Damn. Uh, was that? No, I can't remember the damn woman's name, man. But I remember seeing the video in her interview some years ago. But she was some little demon in politics and influential with her money. And during the time, I think it was during Operation Desert Storm or something like that. But they were talking about innocent kids and children getting killed and all that. She was like, "Yeah, it was good because it helped for the greater good." I mean, that's how the white man be thinking, man. They do not care. They don't care about their own. What do you think they care about? Damn black and Hispanic. Job 11:20. But the eyes of the wicked shall fail, and they shall not escape, and their hope shall be as the giving up of the ghost. See, the so-called white man got no chance at all. You understand what I'm saying? But they thinking 4 more years. Hell no. Come on. What? No. Trump. Remember when he got shot? Fight. There ain't no more fight. Only thing they're hoping for is for imminent death, destruction of this nation and country because of the evils that they've committed, and there has to be a dethroning of them. But they're plotting, they're planning. This is why the Lord says, "Man, consider the house, consider wisely the house of the wicked." What are they doing? Fair use. The use of this video is going to be used for commenting, reactions, reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. It's under fair use. I'm going to play this video. All right. I forgot the name of this channel. I get to do the shout out to Edomite. I think it's Penguin 6. Just in case he's, my video. Listen, it's fair use, man. And I shout out your videos. Calm down. Military and police helicopters landed at the U.S. Capitol this evening. Here we go. I'm not going to play it all.
With California facing massive budget deficits, politicians need to get serious about cutting spending. Prop 34.
Get out of here.
Okay, guys, we're at the Library of Congress. We're expecting 12 helicopters to come in flights of 4. This should be pretty cool. They're going to land right over there. 2 on the House side, 2 on the Senate. And then they're going to evac some people, and then another set of 4 will come in. It should be pretty neat.
It should be pretty neat. Like he's advertising this like this is like a sideshow side attraction, man. When all the while, they know this is in preparations for what's going to be happening, what they're planning on in the future. Whether it's in January 2020, 2025 after the election and the inauguration, or afterwards, or Civil War, they're planning and plotting and preparing for something that a Negro got his thumb up his butt with a cup of lean in his left hand, talking about where the damn party at.
The northeast of you at 1,300 there in zone 7 and zone 2.
We're getting closer. First one's coming in. This is Eagle.
With California facing massive budget deficits, politicians need to get serious about cutting.
So there we see one landing, right? And the video is like 10 minutes long. I'm not going to play the whole thing. Play about 2 minutes and then we'll skip. Oh, no. U.S. Air Force, first helicopter. Remember, he said that there was 12 of them. Interesting number.
Where's the backup?
there's more of them landing. I'm at the 4-minute mark.
That's Maryland State Police.
So they got the Maryland State Police. They've got military helicopters there. You know they got the damn 50 cal, guns mounted on the mugs, man. The ward off any damn dissidents that's trying to, get at them while they're doing their evacuations. That's why they need 12 of them there. Back up the eyes all over the place.
With California facing massive budget deficits, politicians need to get serious about cutting spending.
Gotta go this way.
All right. As y'all can see, the evacuation plan is going down. It's real. You see what time it is, right? America's plotting. They're trying to get up out of here, right? They're preparing for something to go down. Whether it's October surprise, that's over with already. Now we're talking about a black swan. We're talking about we talked about it a number of times, man. How many different scenarios do they have from their playbook that they can go after? Civil War, World War III, a virus outbreak, a race riot. What else could go down? An economic collapse, man. Poverty, famine. DC is right in. The capital is right in the hood. You blocks away from Jake's that's starving. Let them Negro zombies pop out. Talking about where's my EBT, but I'm starving, and outbreak jump off, and they're telling them get back. This is quarantine there. Who knows? One thing's for sure, two things for certain, man. They preparing for an evacuation to get the hell up out of there. Forget about this is just a drill. This is only a drill. Calm down, don't worry. Nothing to see here. Now here we go. Again, this is under fair use. Wanted to show this a quick ad, man. And for any of y'all who got family members who just in love with Kamala, in love with the race-based politics, man. Hey, she's a black woman. I beg to differ, but okay, that's a narrative you want to hold on to. I just can't do it for Agent Orange. Well, just don't do it at all then. How about that? But if you got some family member, they love them some Kamala, and the black woman and Hispanic running out here, black women for Kamala, we want strong black women in office. Okay. This how she feels about it, and this what's coming down the pipeline. I hope you strong black women are ready to suit up and throw on them fatigues and get your narrow asses out there and get ready to fight this World War III. Because that's what she's going to do to you.
If you are a young adult or the parent of one, please listen carefully. The United States is closer now to World War III than ever before.
Russia, China, and Iran have announced the three nations are seeking to strengthen ties.
The alliance that's been formed should chill us all to the bone.
In preparation for war, 100% of Democrats in the House Armed Services Committee support the military drafting of women aged 8.
Did you hear that? Hold on. All the House Democrats are in support of a military draft. Women to register for military draft under proposed defense spending bill. I believe I covered that when we was talking about the draft earlier this year. So you sisters out there, man, who's on these little rampage doing your TikToks and talking crazy and shaming black men and talking about how much you love Obama and why not we need it. They're going to drive your black butt. Your kids, because they ain't stopping. Listen, Kamala already said, or Kamala, whatever. Come on now, Camel Toe Harris. What? And look, she already said her democracy and diplomatic policies based upon this war is not going to change from what slow Biden is already doing. So the funding of the wars will continue. The amplified noise of draft, constriction, and everything that's going to continue. Yeah, that's right. So like, put on them boots, and we ain't talking about them red bottoms and your high heel knee highs. No, you're gonna throw on them boots. You're gonna break the laws and put on that which pertaineth unto a man. Breaking Deuteronomy 22:5. Going into these Camp Davids and all these other Camp Pendletons where you'd be getting raped and harassed and getting killed on site. Remember all of that? Oh yeah. It ain't all good for women in the military, man. You're constantly hearing about the harassment, the rapes. The 10 Tribe Sister, they got the documentary on Netflix, man. She got put to death. And a number of different ones, man. The suicides. Yeah, you want to be all you can be? Watch what happens when Kamala snatches you about your car that you're doing your little TikTok video in and says, we need you. You getting in this damn war. See, let me let it go. It's only a minute. Here I go ranting.
The House Armed Services Committee support the military drafting of women aged 100% of Democrats in the House Armed Services Committee support the military drafting of women aged 18 to 25.
Congress advancing a plan to draft women into the military.
The proposals would automatically register men for the draft on their 18th birthday. It would also require women to enter.
Even so, Republican pushback is holding the bill back.
What else do we know about this population, 18 through 24? They are stupid. That is why we put them in dormant.
Look at the look on the sister's face. Your little black woman savior, your little black Wonder Woman, just shamed your potential offspring if she got kids. Now she's trying to looking with shame and embarrassment, looking like, did she just say that? I can't believe. I want to laugh, but at the same time, I can't believe she said that. And she's parading around, and Jamal Bryant, wicked ass preacher, opened up his stage for her to speak at after she just got through telling them Edomites that were saying Jesus is king, you're at the wrong place. But we're not talking about Jesus here. And then Jamal Bryant, coon ass, gonna open up his doors and let her speak. This is the same Jamal Bryant who's talking about he wanted to open up wants to have a weed farm on his the grounds of his church so that he can lure in the young men because he know they like weed. Remember that? I talked about that like damn near a year and a half, 2 years ago. He said that. That Jamal Bryant, so-called reverend, promoting weed for the church, wanting to use it as a bait to get young men. And here she goes. The hope of women like her and many others just said that what do we know about 18 to 24-year-olds? They are stupid. Let me let her finish. I didn't say it, she did it.
Holding the bill back.
What else do we know about this population, 18 through 24? They are stupid. That is why we put them in dormitories. They make really bad decisions.
That's why we put them in dormitories, i.e. moving down the line, anybody who they consider unable to make decisions that are in favor of the beast, you can go into a dormitory or a camp or some sort of confinement, re-education facility. You dig what I'm saying? They are stupid. This is why we put them in dormitories. Where else do you got dorms? You got dorms in jails. You got dorms in the youth authority facilities. Huh? You follow now? Devil's in the details. 18 to 24, and here she is parading around trying to get those votes by getting Beyonce out there and trying to get Megan Thee Stallion to twerk for you because she thinks that's what you want. Oh yeah, she's saying you stupid. She just told you that, and that's why she's using the damn people that you idolize to get you to vote for her. Oh yeah, they love to twerk. Megan, come on out here. We got a bag for you. Come on out here and shake that thing, girl. Lizzo, bring your fat. You losing weight, girl. Come on. Ozempic doing you some wonders. Tell them how bad B gonna run the world. Come on out here. So these stupid 18 to 24-year-old youth, I can sway their votes. LeBron, we're gonna need you too, man. Come on out here and give me a little half-hearted endorsement. Then she just said it. I mean, what more evidence do you need, man? She says he's stupid, and then she utilizes these people to get you to vote for her. Hello. I'll let her finish.
They make really bad decisions.
For the love of our sons and daughters, whatever you do, do not vote blue.
Paid for by Maha Alliance and not authorized by any candidate or candidates committee.
If you are a young adult.
Exactly, Naquab. I mean, if that's not calling the kettle black, she's calling someone else stupid. She's calling the kids stupid. Meanwhile, she has no kids, and she's not looked more stupid than anybody on the damn platforms of world stages. Remember, I played the video with her and the Polish president, and they was asking her about the Ukrainian refugee crisis and this, that, and the third, and asking her what was her plan and policy, what was she gonna do, and she started laughing and saying, "After you, a friend in need is a friend indeed." Can you answer that for me? Because I don't know what the hell to say. She was at a Hispanic, I think it was Hispanic, or she was at some news conference, man, and doing a speech, and her teleprompter broke, and she froze. Did anybody see that? She was speaking, the teleprompter froze, and she started repeating herself and making up, trying to ad lib as she went along. We all know she's heavily reliant upon writers and teleprompters. She can't speak of her own mind. She's got no policies lined up. I mean, come on, man. She's infamously known for word salad. That term didn't even pop out until she started speaking. No other candidate were they talking about word salad, and all of a sudden the phrase popped up when she started speaking. They like, man, she be mixing it up. She all over the place. She don't know what she's saying. She running on. We heard you. You're from a middle class family. Blah. Come on, man. But hey, the 18 to 24-year-olds, they're stupid though, right? That's why she, was enforcing the 96 crime bill, and she was out there locking Jakes up, laughing at Jason in the courtrooms as they're getting convicted of crimes and falsely accused, laughing as she's locking up parents for quote unquote truancy violations. I mean, this is wicked as hell. Revelation 2:20. Me and Elder Rothschild were talking about this the other day. Just looking at the spirit of America being, according to Revelation 17, Babylon, the mother harlot, so forth and so on. It would be too ironic to have this woman be the leader. People say, look, he said women. I knew them Israelites were misogynistic. They don't want a woman in power. You damn right. No, we don't want a woman in power. And they ain't got nothing to do with misogyny. There's everything to do with the order and the structure that the Heavenly Creator established. Period, point blank. Every Israelite loves their women, loves our daughters. Like, what are you talking about, man? And we love when our sisters are in order and abide by the fear of the Most High. But when they act like Kamala, who's running around talking about how much she loves, there for black people, black vote, black. But where's that black man on your arm, honey? Oh no, you want Doug Emhoff, man. And you knew he was cheating with his ex-wife, with the babysitter, and you took that risk and said, "Hey, I know he got infidelity. He's out there, but so do I." Match made in heaven. Revelation 2:20. Notwithstanding, I have a few things against thee, because thou sufferest that woman Jezebel, which calleth herself a prophetess, to teach and to seduce my servants to commit fornication and to eat things sacrificed to idols. And look, isn't that what Kamala's going to be doing? seducing those that commit fornication. Hey, she's running around talking about Roe versus Wade, and women should have the right to get out there and choose and do what you want to do, and it's your body, your choice. And hey, don't forget to go out there and commit yourself to interracial marriages and everything else. I mean, come on, man. She's pro LGBTQ plus HIV. She's leading the charge. Eat things sacrificed to idol. Of course, she's not going. You see, clearly she's anti quote unquote Bible. You ain't heard her thank the Most High. Ain't nothing having to do with God bless him. I mean, even though we know it'd be scripted, I ain't even heard her say that. And the one time that Christ even comes up, she says you in the wrong place. And if y'all should know the history about Jezebel, if you don't, man, this woman was wicked as hell. And a heathen. I think she was out of Tyre, Phoenician, I believe. 2 Kings 9. And if you just kind of look at it in the spirit, man, at the time that her husband Ahab was ruling, man, the northern kingdom, southern kingdom wasn't getting along. What's going on right now? Northern and southern kingdom ain't getting along. Northern and southern, they talking about the migrants coming in here, man. The damn Venezuelans and the Mexicans, so northern and southern kingdom jumping off. War was going on, man. I think the northern kingdom was going to war with the Syrians. A lot of wild parallels going on, right? Persecution and the killing of the prophets. Literally, that's not going on, but we definitely see shadow banning and stepping on free speech initiatives and all that other stuff. This is all going down. Let's read this real quick. 2 Kings 9, we'll start at 1. And the list of the prophet called one of the children of the prophets and said unto him, gird up thy loins and take this box of oil in thine hand and go to Ramoth Gilead. And when thou comest thither, look out there Jehu, the son of Jehoshaphat, the son of Nimshi, and go in and make him arise up and among his brethren to carry him to the inner chamber. So Elijah is sending forth Jehu a message regarding him having to put to death Jezebel because of her killing the prophets and turning Israel into over to wickedness, right? And seducing her husband Ahab to rule in evil. She set up a man, damn, what's the cat's name, man? There was a business deal that went down over the garden and the land. She lied, wrote a letter talking about he cheated Ahab or something like that. Don't quote me on it. Y'all got to remember the history on it. But nonetheless, man, they had the brother put to death. She was wicked as hell. Let's continue. Then take the box of oil and pour it on his head and say, thus saith Yahweh, I have anointed thee king over Israel. Then open the door and flee and tarry not. So the young man, even the young man, the prophet, went to Ramoth Gilead. And when he came, behold, the captains of the host were sitting, and he said, I have an errand to thee, O captain. And Jehu said, unto which of all of us? And he said, to thee, O captain. And he arose and he went into the house and he poured the oil on his head and said unto him, thus saith Yahweh, the power of Israel, I have anointed thee king over the people of Yahweh, even over Israel. And thou shalt smite the house of Ahab, thy master, that I may avenge the blood of my servants, the prophets, and the blood of all the servants of Yahweh at the hand of Jezebel. So under her, a lot of our people got put to death. The servants of the prophets got put to death. As we see, 100% of the Democrats, including Kamala, saying 18 and 24-year-olds are dumb and you can't make no decisions. That's why we need to go ahead on and put you in dormitories and draft you so you can get put to death in these wars. Hello? So now Jehu is being anointed king, saying he's going to take all getting put to death in war. His sons tried to rise up. They ended up, killing each other. Jezebel still, plotting and planning and puppeteering the wickedness to continue on. So Jehu was the one who's going to have to put her to death. Verse 8, look, for the whole house of Ahab shall perish, and I will cut off from Ahab him that pisseth against the wall, and him that is shut up and left in Israel. Let me look, let's drop down. I just want to get to the point of where she getting put to death. Because she got towed up. Let me get it all the way. Man, it's the whole. If y'all got time, man, doing it on your Sabbath reading, read this whole thing. But anyway, this is Jehu carrying out the execution. And he had two of her eunuchs, man, throw her out the window. And then dogs ate her. And when Jehu was coming to Jezebel heard of it. And she painted her face and tied her head and looked out at a window. She tried to doll herself up, thinks she's going to get out there and make a little appearance. And as Jehu entered into the gate, he said, had Zimri peace, who slew his master? And he lifted up his face to the window and said, who was on my side? Who? And there looked out to him 2 or 3 eunuchs. And he said, throw her down. So they threw her down, and some of her blood was sprinkled on the wall and on the horses, and he trod her underfoot. So she got thrown out the window. The horses stomped on her. And when he was come in, he did eat and drink and said, go see now this cursed woman and bury her, for she is a king's daughter. So Jehu still had some honor and said, man, she's still a king's daughter, man. Go and put her, go give her a proper burial. You know how we do in Israel. But he went in eating and drinking, man, went in and celebrated. He didn't have no, for a woman. The celebration went on. But look what happened. They went to bury her, but they found no more of her than her skull and the feet and the palms of her hands. Wherefore they came again and told him, and he said, this is the word of Yahweh, which he spake by his servant Elijah the Tishbite, saying, in the portion of Jezreel shall dogs eat the flesh of Jezebel, and the carcass of Jezebel shall be as dung upon the face of this field in the portion of Jezreel, so that they shall not say, this is Jezebel. I mean, you see what this woman is up to, man. She's seducing the people. She's seducing the women. She's running out here trying to ride on the wave of so-called black. Look, Jezebel was a damn heathen too. Here she is ruling. She's calling for the deaths of our youth. Blacks, Hispanics, Native American. We'll be the first ones to be getting drafted because what? We're stuck in poverty. We're stuck in confusion. We ain't got no place to go. They're propagandizing a lot of these movies with women being the heroines, and they're fighting off hordes of men and shooting up every place. And, they're the assassins. And I just got through watching this is show called The Lioness. And I think I watched like 2 episodes. I seen it on YouTube. I didn't even know they had it on YouTube, but I seen like advertisements on I think Paramount, but I don't have Paramount. But I seen they were showing them on YouTube. I watched a couple. I'm like, what is this? Because they had homegirl from Colombiana, and she plays in what's the name of that movie? Guardians of the Galaxy and the Marvel movies, the Avengers movies. She paints herself green. She was Thanos' daughter. She's the 10 tribe, Northern Kingdom. Saldana, Zoe Saldana. Anyway, she's the one leading the military special unit. She's the boss. There you go, Zoe Saldana. She's the one leading the special unit, and she recruits in this other woman who's supposed to be infiltrating this I can't remember if it's Iranian or terrorist group. I've only watched 2 episodes, but anyway, man, it's just more propaganda where they're showing. I mean, women should be out here leading the charge, man, frontlining, shooting up, killing up everything. You got it. You're a strong black woman, But Jezebel, man, that spirit is definitely on her, and she's gonna come in here, man. If she wins, she's gonna turn this place upside down, man. Worse than it already is. Let's move on. All right. The Folly already is kicking off. The Folly's already get ABC, quote, mistakenly airs election results sparking wild conspiracy theories. Come on. How can we? How can he say it's a wild conspiracy theory, man? When you just looking at face value, like what? Kamala won 52% of the votes to 47% in Pennsylvania, I believe. One of the battleground states, Pennsylvania. They got the 2,500 fake ballots got caught. Now they're airing a fake. They're airing a pre-made election results saying Kamala won Pennsylvania 52 to 47%. I mean, the games is already being played, man. It's unreal. This is why the Most High said, man, the house of the wicked is going to come to shame because they're getting busted doing this foolishness, man. And our people still believing, hey, it's a fair election. This stuff is predetermined, man. Proverbs 21:12, the robbery of the wicked shall destroy them because they refuse to do judgment. Who's stealing what? Listen, you be the judge. We've already seen it. Exactly. How's it a conspiracy if they're airing it? What only thing we can do is look at it and say, hey, what was that? They said Kamala won. There ain't even been a vote. Is it a theory? Is it a conspiracy? Just because you say, oh, it was a mistake. Sorry. Who created who created the whole damn graph? Who created these percentages? It was a mistake? No, you already made it. The mistake was you put it out there. Unbelievable, man. But the games continue. They're trying to, trying to put the steel on. Look at this real quick.
Make Thanksgiving unforgettable this year with inspiring designs from Living Spaces. Create a warm, inviting atmosphere, and with free shipping as soon as next day, you can do it all in time for the feast. Discover the perfect setting for your Thanksgiving only at Living Spaces.
Living Spaces
/ recession.
The FBI and U.S. intelligence officials now saying Russia.
Shrinkflation, poverty-stricken, job loss, layoffs. And they talking about buying some new furniture for Thanksgiving. But they so disconnected, man. It's not even funny. Okay, let's back this up. Here they go. They saying, hey, what was it during the 2020 election? They were saying, Russia Gate. They're infiltrating the election. Well, they back at it again. Here we go.
And the U.S. intelligence officials now saying Russia is behind a fake video now circulating online showing a man who claims to be a...
And remember, they got busted and found out that was all lies. But they don't care. They're just going to keep going at it again. Fake video said Russia's behind, saying they got Haitian actors saying they're out voting.
Now circulating online showing a man who claims to be a Haitian immigrant who says he voted multiple times in Georgia. Again, the video is completely fake. Tonight, authorities say Russia, China, and Iran are all looking to pit Americans against each other. Here's Pierre Thomas with the fake.
So they're saying, hey, the Civil War propaganda. I guess Russia, China, and Iran are the ones that made that movie Civil War. I guess Russia, China, and Iran are the ones who opened up the borders and got everything cracking. I mean, what are they talking about? They're trying to pit Americans against each other. Esau, man. And he can sit there and tell that with a straight face reading the teleprompter, man. This is the devil at work. Anyway, let's continue.
Russian video and the warnings now from authorities tonight.
You're looking at an image from what the FBI says is a fake video that was cleverly designed by the Kremlin, where a man who says he's a Haitian immigrant claims to have voted multiple times in Georgia using multiple IDs. Georgia's top election official talking exclusively to ABC's Atlanta affiliate WSB.
This is not true. This is a bot. This is not what the facts are.
And tonight, U.S. intelligence and homeland security officials are warning Russia, China, and Iran are engaged in a broad covert campaign to divide and confuse Americans.
They want to undermine American confidence. And
they don't have to do that. America, slow Biden. Come on now, Harris. Agent Orange, they're doing a good enough job on their own. Why would you need some foreign countries to draw confusion in the land of confusion? This is spiritual Babylon. Hello, Babel, confusion. There's that needs no help at all. This is the great city that has led to confusion. You don't need no damn help. Let me see. Revelation 14. I think I want. Yeah, verse 8. And it says, and there followed another angel saying, Babylon is fallen, that great city, because she made all nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. Babylon is the Hebrew word babal, meaning confusion. This is the place where, you got a Supreme Court justice, Ketanji Brown, who went on record saying she can't describe or say what a woman is. If that's not confusion, I don't know what is. You've got mixed gendered bathrooms now. LGBTQ plus HIV, man, they've got a stance and a grip on everything, anything, quote unquote, civil or moral right now. You don't know who's a citizen, who ain't a citizen. You've got a plethora of different religions and false doctrines that's floating around, and they tell you pick one. They're all backed by God. You've got a place that's out here telling everybody that your money is worth what it is. There is no recession. The economy is great. I mean, this is complete confusion here. You don't need a foreign nation to confuse the people.
The FBI and the U.S.
Americans.
They want to undermine American confidence in our elections and trust in democracy. And they want to sow and stoke partisan discord. They want to pit Americans against each other.
The Georgia video came.
They've already been able to do that. You got black folks running around talking about they're leaving the Democratic plantation because they're tired of being lied to. They're tired of being lectured by Obama. They're tired of being fooled. They're running around doing campaigns talking about how Kamala ain't black. You got the other side saying, how dare you? You're a coon to our nation, a coon to our people if you don't get out there and vote black. And I mean, it's already divided. You got the poor against the rich. I mean, what are they talking about, man?
Came just a week after another bogus video appeared to show a man destroying Trump ballots in battleground Pennsylvania. It too a Russian fake.
It's everywhere. It's almost like Americans are getting blasted with this disinformation.
But the nation's
there they go, disinformation. So anybody that's got a platform to speak on, if it doesn't go along with the propaganda that the beast system allows, is disinformation. I'm wondering why in this video they didn't play either video. I haven't seen either one of these videos. I don't even know. They're just saying that there's a video, there's fake videos floating around. I don't know if they've been banned. I don't know what platform it's being used on, who publicized them. You're seeing screenshots with, quote, fake written on top of them, but where's the video? I haven't seen it, but this is what's going on. The election, 72 hours away. They acting a damn fool.
Top homeland.
Let's move on. Look, fire said the ballot boxes in Oregon and Washington State are connected as hundreds of ballots are lost. No surprises there. Here's another one that's very important, y'all. Listen up. Significant threat. Federal government launches a plan to track, quote, faith data. This is what we was talking about earlier. The government, the Department of Energy in particular, are lining up a proposition and a new policy to track and trace anybody who got medical or religious accommodations. So, and you can say, well, I don't work for the government. I don't give a damn. That don't apply to me. Guess what? They start internally and then they go outwardly, because they want to make sure everybody who's already working for the beast and in alignment with the beast stays that way. And then they can go out and they can start imposing their will on the people. U.S. Senator warns of a scheme represents a grave violation of religious liberty as protected under the First Amendment. You hear slow Biden and you hear, some of these other Democrats. The Second Amendment is not absolute. The Constitution, they already are making wordplay to just say, hey, we've got executive orders that we can always sign over. In the case of emergencies, we can freeze this, that, and the third. They just got to come up with the right emergency. But right now, in the Department of Energy, here's what they're doing. Republican senators warning that the federal agency may be violating the First Amendment rights of employees with a new policy. On Tuesday, Senator James Langford of Oklahoma shared with the Washington Stand a letter he had addressed to the U.S. Department of Energy regarding reasonable accommodation requests. Records 89 FR 78854, a new policy requiring the agency to collect and store detailed information regarding requests for religious exemptions to various mandates. Remember what happened a few years ago with the mandates, right? Anybody that's requesting an exemption because my religious beliefs, I can't take that in my arm. I don't want that in my body. I've got a First Amendment right. I'm standing on it. I need my Sabbath off. I can't do all those. Yeah, I got plenty of emails. People, I need a letter. Can you help me? Y'all remember that? Now they're saying, okay, we hear you, but we're going to be storing and collecting detailed information about what you're up to, what you believe. Oh yeah, they're gonna follow on social media. They want to see what you watch, who you're listening to, what you're promoting, what do you do. All that they're going to take detailed records of. Why? Because they're going to put the smash down in the near future. We know the scriptures tell us there's going to be a famine of the word. All of those things. They're plotting and getting prepared, but they're starting internally. According to the DOE, the new policy's purpose to collect, maintain, and disseminate records on employees and applicants for employment who seek and receive medical and non-medical accommodations. Now watch how they clean it up. While much of the data collection would focus on accommodating varying disabilities, did you hear? Oh, we just want this so that we can help accommodate you. We just want to make sure that we do everything we can to fulfill your requests. We just want to accommodate. Yeah, that's all. When he's speaking fair, you know the rest. But it said disabilities. How is your belief, your faith-based system of belief, a disability? Oh, it's not. They ain't talking about that. That's not medical related. So the accommodating varying disabilities, the disability, okay, if you got a medical disability, they'll accommodate that. But look, while much of the data collection would focus on accommodating varying disabilities, the DOE would also keep records on, quote, federal employees or applicants for employment requesting accommodation based on a, quote, sincerely held religious belief, practice, or observation under the Religious Freedom Restoration Act. This system includes requests for a medical or religious accommodation. So, what's that mean in short? The federal government is starting to institute and proposing new policies to track, trace, and collect anybody who's got or wants or desires sincerely held religious beliefs and the type of medical or religious accommodation that you requested. Oh, you need accommodations for your dress code? Oh, yeah, you wear a uniform at work. Let's say you work at the post office. This is for the Department of Energy right now, but it can expand to all governmental agencies. Example, you work for the post office, they want you to wear the uniform. You got your pants on. You say, hey, you know what? My sincerely held religious beliefs say I can't wear pants. I like to wear a skirt. I can modify it for the same colors, whatever, if that's the case. But I cannot wear this, and I need, the Sabbath off, blah, blah, blah. Oh, really? Oh, yeah. Explain to us about your religious convictions. What are you? What do you believe in? What is it? Oh, I'm an Israelite, Hebrew. Oh, yeah, we've heard about that. Yeah. I remember years ago, especially in LA, the police, they had records on, not necessarily records, but maybe they did have records. Anytime we would get pulled, they would pull up on us, or stop and chat about the noise complaints. And there was one particular man's a Moabite, I believe it was. Aladad, I know you want to correct me if I'm wrong, but he was talking about, oh yeah, we know about you guys, sons of Jacob, and are you affiliated with the guys in purple, the Nathaniel and them, or no? No, oh okay, yeah, yeah, we know about sons of Jacob. So you guys back in the day, yeah, we know about you guys, and they already have a particular system of following, and then you get these Christian apologists who are watching, studying, burning the midnight oil, looking at every damn Israelite video, historical video, background on One West, and that they can the information data collect and then put it out there and share it with their constituents so that they can try to make sure any and all information about them can be shared. So when it comes down to you saying, yeah, I'm an Israelite, now it's not so much of a mystery anymore when you're telling that to your employer, because they're going to say, oh yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, I know, but oh yeah, guess what? We're not going to be able to hire you. Yeah, it's just not going to work out. Sorry. But we'll keep your information on file for the future. I'm sure you will. You're already working, and you just start coming into the truth. You've been working at the job 2-3 years. Then you start coming up with these religious exemptions. That red flag. What changes do you got going on in your life? What are these new medical and religious accommodations? What do you mean you can't take your shots anymore like you used to? Create a database on her. Create a database on him. We got to figure out how we can get rid of them. This is what's on the pipeline, y'all. So, this is all based upon times of persecution. How Shai told us. And this is just the I mean, you talking about just knocking on the door, barely knocking on the door of Jacob's trouble and the incoming persecution that's been prophesied and told to us that we're going to have to endure. Yahushua said in Matthew 5:10, blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. So although we see these things and it sounds like it's going to be all bad and nothing, but guess what? The kingdom of heaven is ours, man. If we got to go through it, we got to go through it. But these are the things that they're plotting and planning. We got to get our minds mentally prepared and ready, because they're definitely going to come down the pipeline and get at us with various means of persecution. St. John 15, 17, we'll read down to 19. These things I command you, that you love one another. Yahushua said this is a commandment, man. This is not an option. There shouldn't be no strife and issues going on within our nation. That's not the love that Yahushua told us as a command that we were told to have. Let alone we're supposed to abide lawfully with one another. That's the biggest thing, right? Verse 18, if the world hate you, ye know that it hated me before it hated you. So, when you come into the truth, you say, man, I've been catching hell, getting persecuted, man. I can't believe it. Ever since I came into the truth, it comes with the territory. But I remember back in the day, man, Jake used to be complaining about what was going on. Man, my family ain't talking to me no more, man. My job just fired me, blah, blah, blah. And jokingly, brothers used to say, man, welcome to Israel. And sometimes brothers get offended, man. I'm looking for some sympathy, man, brother. He telling me welcome to Israel, but that ain't cool. Hey, look, man, we're not gonna stroke your ego. We're not gonna sit back here and pity pat and patty cake with you, man. This is what comes with the territory. You knew the job was dangerous when you took it. Yeah, but I didn't know it was gonna be like this. And 9 times out of 10, you probably was catching hell before you came into the truth. Growing up in the inner cities, in the hoods, in the urban environments, you was already catching hell. Struggling to find a job and make ends meet, you was already catching hell. Baby mama drama, you was already going through it. But when you come into the knowledge of Christ and you start understanding why all these things are happening, then you say, oh, it's because of the truth. No. You're just awakening to the curses. You understand? Verse 19, if ye were of the world would love his own. But because ye are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hated you. This is why they're lining up these particular persecutions trying to get at us. And you know, Paul was, coming at the church and persecuting the church. So this is nothing new under the Roman regime. Here we are in modern day Rome, the offspring of Rome. In 1 Corinthians 15, verse 9, Paul said what? For I am the least of the apostles, that I'm not meet to be called an apostle because I persecuted the church of the Most High. Yeah, Paul was damn near a bounty hunter. Anybody that was promoting Yahushua, repentance through Yahushua, so forth and so on, he was persecuting the church, running them down, dragging them out of houses, people getting put to death. He was there when Stephen got put to death. You understand? So the persecution of the church during the times of Rome, that was nothing new. And if there's nothing new under the sun, no surprise that they're lining up things like this now. Stay faithful, stay prepared, y'all, because this is just a tip of the iceberg. Let's move on. The Quad, look what they're doing. $7 billion city within a city is planned for Phoenix. So with all of the talk of 15-minute cities going on, BlackRock and development cities being set up, trying to get everybody in alignment with separating and segregating cities with those who are ready to live in small compacted areas and, working for the beach system. Oh yeah, they're getting ready to line it up. $7 billion investment in collusion with Taiwan. A $7 billion city within a city is planned for Phoenix. Plans are underway for a $7 billion development project, build a city within a city in Phoenix, Arizona. Halo Vista, as it is now known, will surround a manufacturing complex developed by Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company, which is already under construction and is being developed by a New York-based Mac Real Estate Group in collaboration with McCourt Partners. TSMC has selected to spend $65 billion here, and that could go to $120 billion, Robert Mack, CEO of Mac Real Estate Group, at a launch event said. As historic as this is, it may be just the beginning. Just the beginning. So there is no conspiracy about 15-minute cities. They're trying to redevelop and have various access to QR code. Watch. They got it all going on. I really hope people understand that this is a community we are trying to develop and not any one thing. Max said at the event. It's not just a science park and not just a manufacturing district. It's a community. It's a city within a city. A science park. Interesting terms that he's trying to use. Science experiment. Oh, okay. Does this say social experiment? The project will include 2,300 acres with more than 28 million square feet of mixed-use development capacity, which will include up to 8,960 residential units, as well as industrial, retail, and office spaces. Everything in close proximity. Industrial, retail, and office spaces. Everybody can live happily ever after in this new little utopia that they're trying to build. And they said this ain't the only one. They got more coming down the pipeline. Flooding over there in Spain, wiping out the Spaniards, man, for all of their damn debauchery that they did to our people. They said they're expecting to find thousands when it's all said and done. At the time when I seen this report a few days ago, 72 had died. They're saying that there's going to be even more. I'm sure y'all may have seen it.
It's time to...
Yeah, not doing that. I'm not gonna play this for time's sake, but anyway, y'all know that went on, right? What else is happening? Mass looting breaks out in Los Angeles after the Dodgers win. This is why the Lord said, "My people are sod as children," in Jeremiah the 4th chapter, 22nd verse. Meaning stupid children who have no knowledge. They're wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge. You got no connection with the Dodgers. You ain't go. What are you doing? So in love with a sports team that it causes you to go out and riot and loot and setting buses on fire. There's a viral video. Man, brothers told me about this the other day. I didn't see it and hear about it. Then I ended up seeing it yesterday. Dude up sparking up fireworks, man, blew his hand off or blew all his fingers off on video, because here they go, obviously recording every damn thing, trying to go viral. Blew his fingers off. All for the Dodgers. Dodgers ain't gonna pay that damn medical bill. The The Dodgers ain't gonna pay for it. You know that ambulance has got to take you back, take you to the hospital in emergency. The Dodgers ain't gonna bail your black and narrow and Hispanic butts out. Really, it's more the Northern Kingdom doing this. I know there's pockets of Southern Kingdom who are into baseball. Southern Kingdom more into football, basketball, and so forth. But the Dodgers got a heavy population of followers of the Northern Kingdom. A lot of them out there, man, riding and acting a damn fool because they won a damn World Series. Wise to do evil, but to do good, they have no knowledge. This is starvation. VW Union Head warns 3 plants are closing, thousands in layoffs amid an auto crisis. Oh, but they say everything's great. Volkswagen laying off thousands. There's a crisis in the auto industry. And don't think Kamala or the Agent Orange Trump is going to save anything now. U.S. economy, look at it, added just 12,000 jobs in October. You're talking nationwide. A nation with 350 million people, and they said, 12,000 jobs was created. And of those 12,000 jobs, we're talking about part-time service industry type stuff, things that you cannot survive on in today's economy. So I implore you, brothers and sisters that are out there in the working force, man, try your best, man, to keep your job and to maintain. If you're self-employed and you're maintaining, all praise to the Most High. But I'm telling you, it is going to get worse. If you're thinking about, hey, you know what, I don't like my job, F this damn place, man, I'm going to transfer, I'm applying out. There ain't nobody hiring, man. The ghost jobs is on deck. They advertising like they got jobs opening. There is no jobs opening. I share with y'all my job. They'll tell you that they don't advertise no jobs. They put it like this. They advertise, but they seek within to hire within. You put it out there. Oh yeah, jobs open. Meanwhile, they ain't hiring nobody outside. It's all internal. They want you to transfer, do lateral moves, so they ain't gotta, do too much with payroll or whatever. I mean, this is how things going. If you're in corporations, if you're in particular job fields, try to hold on to your job. Don't be running around here. Oh, F my job. I'm late today. I'll be late tomorrow. I don't give a damn. Oh, I'm telling my boss F off. I'm taking an extra break. Okay. When your butt gets fired and they ain't nothing out there waiting for you. Well, I'm just gonna start a YouTube channel. Everybody and their mom is trying to start YouTube channels and trying to go viral just to try to get a little change off of the internet. To the point to where they lying, they stealing, they committing crimes, doing anything they can to try to get a little change to get some viral videos jumping off so you can try to get some money. That ain't it. So, only 12,000 jobs got created in this month. And remember, back in the summer, they got caught lying, saying that they had lied about 818,000 jobs. That we didn't create those. So is this a real? Can we trust the 12,000 was created? We don't know. They're blaming the hurricanes and a Boeing strike, but how many weeks have we gone on DSTM talking about layoffs and jobs is gone and businesses closing and. It ain't because of just hurricanes and Boeing strikes, man. This is what they lie about. Non-farm payrolls increased by 12,000 for the month, down sharply from September and below the Dow Jones estimate of 100,000. They was expecting 100,000 jobs to be created and opening up in October, and they only got 12,000. Where does that tell you that this economy is placed? What does that tell you that economically, man, what's going to come down the pipeline? Just imagine 12,000. What if it jumps down next month? It could be down to 10,000, 8,000. Who knows? To the point where you got so many people that's out of work, can't find a better job. You're looking for better jobs, more pay. That is not existing right now. It's not out there. I'm gonna find me a better job, man. They got jobs. They making how much over there? I'm gonna apply over there. You're gonna apply until 2028. And they ain't hiring. You're expecting to get another job because you want a higher pay? Sorry. America's on the downfall, not on the upswing. If we can sink that in our minds, remember, Isaiah 33:6 says, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. Use wisdom, man. Use your knowledge to maintain. For those that's on fixed incomes and y'all got, checks coming in, all praises. All praises. But, know that they're coming for that too. They're coming for that too. All right. So what is non-farm jobs? I had to look that up because I didn't know what non-farm jobs was. Non-farm payroll measures the number of workers in the U.S. except those who work in farming, private households, nonprofits, and sole proprietorships or self-employment, as well as those who are active military service members. So when I looked this up, it said basically 80% of jobs are non-farm jobs, right? So the only thing that's not included in this 12,000 is if you work on the farm or you got your own farm, you work in private households, you're in the service industry, working for somebody in the household, a nonprofit, sole owner of a company, self-employed, or you're in the military, which breaks down to damn near about 80% of the population are working non-farm jobs. Only 12,000 was available or created, right? They thought it was gonna be 100,000, 12,000. Let that sink in, right? Don't be out there foolishly spending and doing stuff because, hey, when the ish hits the fan and it ain't going down. And remember, I told y'all about the bank glitch and the system glitch. A couple of y'all hit me up and told me, yeah, that happened to me too. Remember I told you about the bank glitches and the card readers and machines being down in multiple stores. Brother hit me. He showed me a text message he got from his bank saying November 1st, the 2nd, you won't be able to access your bank, use your bank card or online services. Sister hit me, said their bank did the same thing. They're getting ready to scheme and do something, but the bank failures is jumping off, man. Where the banks ain't got the money, they doing hidden transfers. They trying to figure out how they can scramble it and put together the money to maintain these accounts before they close up shop. Credit unions, the stores ain't able to do these particular transactions. Cyber attacks jumping off all over the place. Something's gonna go down. Meanwhile, like Brother Carlos was putting on there, an ounce of gold almost hit $2,800. That's record highs as the foreign nations out here buying up gold like it's candy. Silver was going up, but what's going down? That greenback with that white man's face on it. Something's going down, y'all. But clearly, you see this is bad news for the economy. Moving on. UK economy on the brink after the pound suffers its biggest fall in 18 months. So even the UK, man, their economy is getting bad, man. We're talking globally. This is all bad. On the heels of the BRICS tooling up, getting ready to get BRICS pay going. Nations lining up saying we're ready to abandon the dollar as soon as you accept us into the group. We're out of here and we're dropping the dollar. Saudi Arabia already said, man, we're done using the petrodollar, man. We're going to accept the money from all countries. We're not going to sell our oil only based upon your dollar no more. How about that? So globally, the economy is in bad shape, but America's getting it really bad. Look at your boy, man. Look at this guy. Slow Biden is out here biting babies. He said, no, that's Photoshop. That's Photoshop. Oh, okay, hold on. Photoshop. All right. There you go. Look at this guy. For Halloween, man, he's out here doing his vampire impressions, man, biting legs of babies, man. You can't make this stuff up, man. And look at your boy over here. Look at Agent Orange doing his slow Biden impression. He's off the sauce. He going out there to the truck, to the garbage truck worker saying, man, I'm a man of the people, man. Give me one of them vests so I can hop up in the truck. Watch him. Something's up with him too, man. His equilibrium's all off. He almost fell. I mean, what's wrong with these old damn demons, man, still trying to look for power? How the hell do you miss the handle on the damn truck? Look at this guy. Whoop, whoop, whoop. This is the food. One's biting babies, the other ones can't grab a damn door handle, man. I mean, this is the future of America, man. Over with. Over with. Let me play this real quick. This is Bill Gates insinuating that he wants to create a one world religion to accommodate AI. Fair use.
This hydrogen water bottle is going viral. It slows down aging and disease. Watch this video now before the bottle.
Now this is embedded.
Did you know there's a
into
revolutionary pair of shoes that's
article.
disrupting the pain relief industry right now? Because they're not.
The potential.
Bill Gates demand a one world religion to accommodate AI, right? I'm gonna skip this, but he said this on a podcast during an appearance on the Possible podcast, co-hosted by LinkedIn co-founder Reid Hoffman. Gates insisted humanity needs a new type of global religion to coincide with AI. Imagine that. Remember about a year and some change ago, man, one of them Edomite pastors tried to have AI script him up a lesson for his pastoral service. He let AI do the lesson for him, and the people wasn't feeling it. Damn Edomite, because the spirit ain't in him, man, and salt ain't in him. Psalm 119. I mean, Psalm damn 147, 19, 20 tells him that the word ain't in him. He tried to use AI to create a damn thing, a lesson. Now, let him go on and speak.
Positive path is so good that it will force us to rethink how the potential positive path is so good that it will force us to rethink how should we use our time. You know, you can almost call it a new religion or a new philosophy of, okay, how do we stay connected with each other?
How do you stay plugged in other words? Huh? How do you stay plugged in to the system of the beast? And you know, if he's speaking, it's sulfur coming out his breath. His tongue is forked. The horns is being hidden under that damn toupee he got on. He probably ain't got a toupee, but you already know.
Of, okay, how do we stay connected with each other, not addicted to these things that'll make video games look like nothing in terms of the attractiveness of spending time on them. So it's fascinating that the issues of, you know, disease and enough food, of climate, if things go well, those will largely become solved problems. And, you know, so the next generation does get to say, okay, given that some things that were massively in shortage are now not, how do we take advantage of that? You know, do we ban AI being used in certain endeavors so that humans get some, like you don't want robots playing baseball, probably,
Sure,
because they'll be too good. So we'll keep them off the field. Okay, how broadly would you go with that? We are so used to this shortage world that, you know, I hope I get to see how we start to rethink these deep meaning questions.
So he's talking all over the place, right? But the bottom line is, he said that we need a quote new religion or a new philosophy to keep everybody plugged in and trust in AI that they're going to take care of all the shortages and everything in your life, and you got to break free from the robot. You know, we don't want robots, but we want you to trust in the technology as opposed to, you know, your own faith-based initiatives. So a new philosophy, new religion. Hello, that's what he's trying to push. One world way of thinking. Y'all know how that goes. All right. Slow Biden out here biting babies in the whole nine. It was just that one. He bit another one over here, man. The dude's losing it. Let's move on. Local sheriff asked the FBI to investigate the death of a black man found hanging in Alabama. As much as the damn yuppies and the so-called white man running around here talking about that was in the past, nobody's getting hung anymore, blah, blah, blah. If you notice, man, we talked about the brother that got hung down there in North Carolina. From Chicago, the truck driver. Still ain't heard no word about that yet. Another brother here in Alabama, hung. And I'm sure there's others. FBI is investigating the death of a black man in Alabama who was found hanging in an abandoned house following a request from a local sheriff amid fears among community members who accused local law enforcement of long-standing unchecked misconduct. Local law enforcement, long-standing unchecked misconduct. Brother gets hung in the house, right? Now, the Colbert County Sheriff's Office ruled Richardson's death a suicide. No surprises there. But Richardson's wife, Lee Richardson, has said that is not true, explaining her husband did not leave a note and had no connection to the house where he was found. Instead, the 40-year-old fears her husband's death was related to a lawsuit he filed against the local police department in February. Denoris Richardson, who coached kids in baseball and football, had alleged he was assaulted, denied medical attention, and sprayed with tear gas and shocked with a taser while in jail. Fight the power, fight the system, get lynched and hung. Right? Now a local sheriff is saying, you know what? The community is really tripping over here. I'm suspecting foul play myself. Let me go ahead on and recruit the FBI into this, man. So Denoris Richardson, keep that man's name alive. Very possible he was lynched by the damn police in Alabama. Wicked as hell. This is how comical this is becoming. Russia finds Google more money than there is in the entire world. I mean, do I have to really read about this? They are suing Google for restricting Russian state media on YouTube. They've been banned. So they said, okay, well, we're going to sue you for 20 undecillion rubles. I mean, for more money than in the world. I mean, you read this is a joke. A straight up joke, man. Suing Google for more money than the world has. I mean, let's knock it off. Let's knock it off. If y'all ain't heard about this, man, Listerine mouthwash can be putting you at risk of colon cancer, according to a lawsuit. Johnson & Johnson, who infamously was known for the blood clots and all the issues that was going on with the pokes in the arm, they had to pull them up off of the market and only let Pfizer and Moderna keep their shots going. Johnson & Johnson, who no, that was Bayer. Bayer did the spread HIV through the blood factor 8. But Johnson & Johnson, I think they've got sued over the baby powder, talcum powder causing cancer, uterine cancer within women. So this company should have been shut down years ago. They're still running around here killing and taking shorts on people. Hygiene products. Cool mint flavor. If you're using cool mint, Listerine, I suggest you cease from doing it. They are being sued. They are being known to cause throat and colon cancer. You're wondering why you're hearing some of these cancers rising up. Another product that we're being told is good for us actually isn't. So for time's sake, y'all can look more into that article and that lawsuit. It is going viral. Look into it. Listerine, colon cancer, throat cancer, lawsuits. Johnson & Johnson, again, getting caught up. Iowa resident dies from an Ebola-like virus that causes sufferers to bleed from their eyeballs. A CDC issues a warning. So you got the bird flu, weapon, disease X, Ebola, various variants jumping off in the U.S. I mean, what could be next? Possible Ebola could be spreading out of Iowa. Let's move on. Americans are outraged as hospitals bring back the COVID era mask mandates for visitors and patients. Mandates is back, just as we just got to reading about the Department of Energy saying, "Oh, you want religious exemptions for various mandates?" We're going to revisit that. So, hospitals in Monterey, California, some and others in San Francisco are out here saying, "Mask up or else," or you can't visit your loved one, or you can't come in, or you can't be seen. They're trying to institute these mandates back. Just when you thought it was over, just when you thought you got over the hump, we don't need that no more. Americans are outraged. The DVOC era mask rules have started creeping back into daily life, with an entire hospital system issuing a new mandate in the public subway suggesting face coverings be worn. One hospital system in Monterey, California, which treats nearly 400,000 patients a year, this week reinstated its face mask mandate for visitors and patients. Meanwhile, several counties in San Francisco's Bay Area have also brought back mask rules in healthcare facilities ahead of the flu season. Isn't that something? If you notice now, you start looking at the commercials, you're starting to see all of the little flu-based medicines getting advertised. Is it because it's quote-unquote flu season? Or is this already plot and plan? I've been saying it for years, man. Every time you start seeing the NyQuil, the Theraflu, the Mucinex commercials come on, they're getting ready to let something out. You start looking up and you see the chemtrails spraying all over the damn place, people's going to start getting sick. Now they already prepping, saying, "Oh, get the mask ready." You know what they're doing. You know what they're doing. All right. Psalm 64:8 says their tongues are going to speak against them. They're going to tell you ahead of time. Oh yeah, guess what? The new NyQuil is out. It's going to knock it out. Come on. Oh, we got the new aerosol sprays to kill off all of the 99% of the germs. Come buy it for $10 a can. And people like that, I can't afford that. The $10 for a disinfect spray, or should I spend $10 on, something to eat? I'll just get sick. Let's put this to rest. The Shroud of Turin quote does not show the face of Jesus. In fact, never touched it. Study says, a lot of the Catholics, a lot of different religious institutions are trying to utilize the Shroud of Turin, which was a part of the linen that was supposedly put in the burial sepulcher of Yahushua. Once it was recovered, they said that it had the imprint of his face on it. Of course, it's going to look like Cesare Borgia or an old white man that riding a Harley Davidson. You understand what I'm saying? Finally, okay, we've got scientists and studies come out saying, look, let's stop the foolishness, bro. That is not the face of Jesus. Or for those of us that's in the know, Yahushua. So we can put that to rest now, man. For anybody who's out there saying, "Oh, Dios mío, oh, the Shroud of Turin shows Jesus Cristo." No, it doesn't. Leave that alone. All right. I know my Northern Kingdom, family out there, man, fresh off of Dias de los Muertes and your Day of the Dead, and you love your traditional religious dogma and your idols, and leave it all alone. All right. Let's get rooted back in the truth. Yahushua told us, man, that you shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. So the truth is right there for you, man. The study says that it is not the face of Christ. I'll leave you with this. From the mouth of the Messiah. And you shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. Even you so-called blacks, man, Haitians, and all those that, love to see, Jake's out here thinking that you're seeing Christ in French toast and runny eggs and whatever else. Look, man, stop looking for these strong delusions. If the white man comes out and says, okay, we're going to debunk it, our science and our research and 3D and 2D imagery says this is not it. Okay, listen to him then. Make yourself free. All right. Let's stop the foolishness. Let's stop looking for new idols to worship and admire. It's not going down. All right. So, another one in the books. All praise, honor, glory to the Most High, Yahweh Shai, man. Yeah, you know my sister Catherine. You looking like he's in the Hell's Angels. You dig what I'm saying? Like, oh, look at him. He look just like Willie Bob that rides the Harley in the Shroud of Turin. No. They already said that's not him. Wasn't even there. All right. So, with that, I'm gonna go ahead and slide on out of here, man. Appreciate all of y'all for tuning in to another episode of DSTM. MOTC, we got our closing Shabbat class, man, 4:00 Pacific time, man. If you got the time, you got the spirit, you got the effort, log in. All you got to do is hit the button on the notification when it says, hey, they're on. Click it, man. What you got to lose? You know, if not, catch it on the rebound. Appreciate y'all support, man. Hopefully y'all have a blessed Shabbat. Continuing on, and see you the next time, most I permit. Y'all be well. Take care. Shalom.